What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today. And in this video, I'll be showing you every LEGO X-Men minifigure that I have in my collection. Now, for those of you who know your LEGO X-Men well, you'll know that not very many LEGO X-Men characters have actually been made. Really just a handful, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my favorite versions of the official figures, as well as, some Purist customs, and as well as some actual printed customs, too. So we've got all kinds of different minifigures here. I'll walk you through it every time we get to a new figure, and for this video, I will show you a couple variants of figures. I do actually have every LEGO X-Men figure that's been released as of this video, but I'm not going to show you, for example, I have this Gambit here, but I also have a Purist Gambit, and I'm not going to show you that Purist one because I already did a video on that. So it's a little bit of a mix match, but in any case, let's get prepared to take a look at every LEGO X-Men minifigure in my collection. And before we get started, I wanted to let you guys know that I have a new LEGO stop-motion music video out, and you can check that out by clicking this card right here. And up first, we have a Purist custom of Professor X. Now, to build this figure, it's very simple. You need the torso and legs from J. Jonah Jameson from the LEGO Daily Bugle Spider-Man set. The head that I used, because I went with a little bit of a younger version of Professor X, I used Bruce Banner's head, and then I used the standard LEGO wheelchair. So pretty simple to build this, and I figure because my channel is most well known for Purist customs, that's where we should start off this showcase. Next up is Cyclops, and the figure that's elevated, of course, is a Purist custom, and this figure here is the actual official Cyclops minifigure that we got from LEGO so far. So that figure looks pretty good. I have never really been crazy about the fact that they didn't give him hair. Now, obviously, this version of Cyclops from the comics doesn't have hair, but I always thought he would look just a little bit cooler with hair. So, in any case, I went ahead and made sure I did that with my Purist custom. To build this, I used the legs from one of the beach surfer dudes from the Fun at the Beach LEGO City pack. I put yellow hips on that with a Batman belt. I used the torso from Mighty Micro's Thanos, blue arms, yellow hands. The head underneath, which you can hardly see, is Hawkeye from the first Avengers movie in 2012. Then I used one of the Power Miner's visors, and I attached that to the Super Spy character from the CMF because he actually can put a visor on, so it worked out perfect, and I think it turned out as a great Purist Cyclops. We couldn't get too far into this showcase without Wolverine, so this Wolverine came out in 2012 with the Wolverine Chopper Attack set, which is one of only 2 X-Men LEGO sets ever to be commercially available on store shelves. I have always liked this figure. I love the way that the blue travels from the torso down to the legs. The X belt is cool, and the big sideburn lamb chops are really cool too, and the vampire hair works perfect for this. A detail that I didn't realize until later into my LEGO collecting is he actually has the hood printed on his back like it's hanging down like a hoodie. And then, of course, this head flips around and he's got an angry face on this side. Now, the figure that's up here is a Purist custom based mostly off of the Wolverine that came in the X-Jet set several years ago. I want to say 2015, but I'm not quite sure what year exactly. So the torso, head, and helmet from that are all from that exact figure from the X-Jet set. And then the arms come from the LEGO Collectible Minifigure Series Dino Tracker with dark brown hands. And then the legs actually come from Catman from the LEGO Batman Collectible Minifigure Series. And I've always loved this head, too, because he's got the goggles on that make him look like he's got white eyes when you push this down. But on the other side, he does have a plain face that you can put, and it does look a little bit silly when you do that, but it's still a cool figure nonetheless. So, those are our official LEGO Wolverines, and we'll keep moving on. And of course, we couldn't get too far into this video without talking about the Mighty Micro's X-Men set, which of course had Wolverine and Magneto. Now, technically as of this video, this is the most recent X-Men set, as funny as that is, and the heads are actually reversible, well, at least on Magneto, and I really like this grumpy face there, but we don't have anything on the other side of Wolverine. But they are cool figures, and if you missed out on Magneto and Wolverine the first 2 times around, this was a good way to get these figures so that you could put full-sized legs on them and maybe adjust them just a little bit to be a little more minifigure-sized accurate. And speaking of Magneto, he's our next character here. So we've gotten Magneto twice, 3 times if you count the Mighty Micros, which I generally don't don't as regular minifigures, but that's a whole nother video. So this version came with the X-Jet, this version came with the Chopper Showdown, and I actually definitely prefer this version way better because it's more like the classic comic book version. I mean, you know, there's no argument around that. So this version here also came with this same helmet, but just for variation, I chose not to put it on. He's got white hair, the same face on both of them. The purple suit here is actually kind of silly in my opinion, but they both are cool figures, and they both have the same head. You can see he's got an angry face on that side. So Magneto is definitely one of the more iconic Marvel villains, and I'm glad that he's had not one, not two, but technically 3 figures so far. Here we've got Storm, who came in the X-Jet set and was the only set that Storm has ever been available in. There's what the back looks like. Here's what the front looks like. She had this really unique custom fabric piece here with some nice white hair, and when you flip that around, she's got white eyes as if she's summoning a storm. You know, you'd think that was her name or something. But anyways, this is a great figure and definitely one of my favorites from the LEGO Marvel line. Here we've got Jean Grey, and guys, don't flip out. This is just a custom Jean Grey. This is not the Comic-Con exclusive, but the design is based to be almost an exact replica of that. So I think that it looks pretty good. It's UV printed, so it's got a little bit of 3D-ish printing on it, if you could see. Kind of sticks off the body just a little bit. So it's not quite the same method that LEGO uses to print. This version has one side, and I wish that I could tell you guys where I got this from, but I recently bought a LEGO collection, and there were some customs in there, and unfortunately it wasn't documented where these X-Men customs are from. So some of these I don't know. However, you guys are LEGO experts too, so if you happen to recognize any of these and know what who made these customs, drop a comment below and let us all know, because I know I'm not the only one that's curious. Speaking of Jean Grey, in that same LEGO collection that I recently bought, there was this Dark Phoenix custom in there, which is pretty neat, pretty much all the same features as the previous figure. There was also this figure, which I'm told is Jean Grey, but I don't recognize it, so if you guys know, let me know. I actually think it's the character Thundra, which is a pretty, obscure figure, but in any case, I'm pretty sure this is Thundra, but if it's Jean Grey, let me know. Here we've got Dazzler, who's like a 70s disco superstar singer, and this custom was made by my friends over at Minifig FX, and I want to say thank you to them for sending me this. There's actually a couple Minifig FX figures in this video, but I just want to get it out of the way and say thank you to them for sending me this. So in any case, again, this is another UV printed figure, but it is cool because she has some really unique, cool arm printing. Plain white legs, great torso, and then on the head here, you can see that there's some really nice blue accenting around the eyes, and she's got another side here with her mouth kind of open as if she's going to sing. If you don't know about Dazzler, her superpower is that she has like super singing powers. Pretty cool. You should look her up. Since we're talking about Minifig FX, here is Colossus, and this figure is chrome printed. You can see it's like reflecting my thumb a little bit. Really cool. Now the downside is, of course, that this head doesn't turn, but it's still a really, really amazing figure, and once again, thank you to Minifig FX for sending me this. I forgot to mention earlier that I also have this version of Cyclops too, which is pretty cool, and I got this in that collection of random stuff, so I have no idea where this came from, but I didn't want to get too far into the video with forgetting to put this in, so here we go. Alright, back to more X-Men. Here we've got Sabretooth, a really great looking figure with a custom neck piece here and a custom hair piece too. It's the vampire hair mold, but in yellow. That definitely doesn't exist regularly. No printing on the back of the head, but there is printing on the back of the legs, fascinatingly enough, and on the sides, and it's a really great classic looking Sabretooth figure. Love it, love it, love it. Just to change things up a bit, here's a Purist custom for you. This is my Mystique that I built using 100% official LEGO parts with some red hair from some old LEGO minifigures back in like the 90s and early 2000s. They don't even use this hair piece anymore, so this one's pretty old. In any case, the face is from Ayla Secura, and then you'll just need to find some monochromed pieces, which have come in various places. Probably the quickest place is Max Rebo for the torso, and then just finding some blue legs to match. So in any case, that is Mystique. Here we've got Archangel, which again came from that land of customs that I have no idea where it came from, but it's got a really unique custom molded back piece here, and I think that these are custom wings too, but you guys will have to let me know. Again, all of these X-Men customs really are throwing me for a curve, but in any case, a really, really cool looking figure, and hey, Archangel. Definitely not a figure I probably would have paid for a custom for, but when it comes in a lot like this, I'll gladly add it. Here we've got Iceman, once again from that collection that I have no idea where it came from, and this is actually kind of a bland figure. I mean, you have to keep it pretty simple because he's basically all white, but no leg printing, no back printing, no arm printing, no accessories even, just a white minifigure. Kind of strange, but you know, hey, Iceman is an essential part of the team. Now this one I think you guys are really gonna like. This is Nightcrawler, and while he only has one side to his head, they did something really cool with the cloth piece here and made a tail for him. Really cool. What a genius idea. But in any case, Nightcrawler is definitely a fan favorite among the X-Men. I used to love Nightcrawler growing up, and when my friends and I would play X-Men and stuff, he was always my character of choice. Him and Cyclops, funny enough. But anyways, this figure looks really great. And it's from that collection that I have no idea. I'm sure you guys are getting sick of me saying it, but I got a lot of figures from that collection. So in any case, let's keep rolling on. I have a feeling this is probably the fan favorite of everything in this video, but this is Gambit. What a cool looking figure with the trench coat and everything. But to me, the coolest thing is the pink eyes on this side are cool, but when you flip them around, they're like glowing. Is that not awesome? It's glowing print, of course, but it's got like a little 3D look and feel to it. Really amazing. That's super cool, and I actually didn't check, but yeah, no printing on his back, just on the front, so you'll want to leave that trench coat on if you happen to get this figure, and I wish I could tell you where it's from, but guess what? It's from that collection that I have no idea where it came from. So in any case, we've got 2 more figures to go, then we're gonna round this. I finally get to say for the last time, this figure is from that collection. I don't know where it came from, but this is Kitty Pryde, and I love the way that this figure turned out. Amazing printing all around, front, back of the legs, everything. Really cool. Just one side to the head, as you can see, but man, that face print is so good, and there's just something about this figure that really sticks out as like a regular Lego minifigure, and this looks like it could have come out of any Lego set. So I really like this one for the realism aspect, and of course, Kitty Pryde's a great character. Now, all this time we've gone through the X-Men, and there's one that we haven't gotten to, and I'm sure you can guess who that is. Of course, it's Deadpool. Now, this is the official Deadpool figure right here from the 2012 Wolverine Chopper Showdown set. Really a great looking figure, and definitely one of the most desirable figures of all the Marvel series because of how rare he is. Now, in addition to that figure, of course, we've got this custom here, which is based on the movie, and this was sent to me by Phoenix Customs, so thank you to them for that. I really appreciate that cool custom being sent in to me, and I've reviewed that as well, so you can check that out. And this is a figure I've actually not reviewed, but this was sent to me by Minifig Factory ages and ages ago. It's the X-Force Deadpool, and a really cool look, so very cool. And let me give you a little 360 of this movie Deadpool. Love the arm printing on this too, by the way. So in any case, those are the Deadpools, and let's go ahead and round out and take a look at all the X-Men as a whole. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this kind of new format for a showcase. It's a little bit purist, it's a little bit regular, it's a little bit of everything. So in any case, drop a comment below, let me know if LEGO were to make an X-Men figure of your choice that they haven't made yet, who would you want to see them make officially and why? Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. If you liked what you saw and you liked what you heard, feel free to click that subscribe button for more LEGO content coming in the near future. So, thanks for tuning in to today's video, and until next time, build on.